Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to look at the Beeline Moto II, see how it compares to the original model and see what it's like in the real world out on the road. 5 years ago, Beeline introduced this model onto the motorcycle market. It totally simplified the whole sat-nav process, meant you didn't have a big phone connected to your handlebars, which meant you didn't have your phone on you to use for yourself, and it also looked a bit ugly, or you didn't have like a GPS Garmin kind of TomTom sat-nav system. Again, not the most prettiest thing in the world, though very functional. It allowed you to go out for rides on a Sunday afternoon, or any day of the week for that matter, and select routes that were perhaps a bit more enjoyable, or just follow the compass route, which was pretty neat. So you could make your own way there. As long as you followed the compass direction, you would get to your destination. The new one they developed with the feedback from customers was a little bit more a mixture of both. So you could do both the compass route, you could do exact directional, and you had 3 options from fast route, fun route, and more relaxed route. But what had changed was the interface on the actual unit itself had more detail in terms of showing you the road direction rather than just an arrow for left and right. But first of all, before we get out on the road, let's actually have a look at the unit. It comes in a really nice box, and as you open it up, you can see it's a quality piece of kit, as was the first model. You can see this is the new one, the Beeline 2, and if you compare that to the old one, on the new one you have, let me make sure I press the right button to switch it on. There we go. The whole unit is what you see, whereas on the old one there was an edge to it. Can you see there? So your actual display is considerably bigger, but the space it takes up on the handlebar itself, in terms of what you visually see when looking down at your clocks, isn't much difference. It comes in 4 different models at the minute. You've got a plastic one, which is a bit more like what my original one was like, so you don't have a metal surround, or you have, this is my Border Terrier Margot. You have, this is the silver one. You can get silver or gunmetal, and they're 20 quid more than the plastic, and I would say that is worth the extra money, because it just gives you, hello there, you gonna say hello, you want to play? Gives you a little bit extra more protection if you drop it. Very happy with my silver one. And the other difference between the old one and the new one is, on the old one the buttons were on the edge, which actually when it was on the handlebars was easy to use. Now they are behind it, so if you see that there, and I see those little buttons there, if I click it will go to various different options, which I can't quite read in a minute because it's in front of me. To connect to the handlebar, like with the first model, you have like a little adapter that go onto your handlebar with rubber O-rings that hold it in place, or you can actually get a specific handlebar mount or mirror mount, depending what suits you. I went for smack bang in the middle because the silver actually matches my clocks, so it works quite well in quite a symmetrical way, and fitting it took minutes. The Beeline app is improved over where it was a few years ago. You've still got the same style of interface. You can still select where you're going. You can add waypoints. So if you wanted to head towards one place first before heading on to another place, you can still do that. You get fast route, which is direct, which will probably take you on the motorway. You get fun route, which is kind of like half and half, so it's more like A roads, which will tell you how much of that route is motorway if it's selected any. And you've also got relaxed. Now relaxed is what I really quite enjoy, but that take you on some of the country roads. You might have to be a bit careful if you're not comfortable riding on uneven surfaces, but as long as you are, you get to see some really cool places you otherwise wouldn't have gone to. So now it's going to take me down a very narrow route. Now, if you had a more sporty bike, or even a bigger bike, this might not be very fun. It's fine on my Triumph, and it's fine on something like an Enfield or a GB350 or those kind of bikes. But you'd have to be aware, if you did the relaxed route on a 4-cylinder 750 R1 or something, then you might not want to be plodding along at 20 mile an hour down a single track lane. But as it is, I'm good. In terms of charging the Beeline, the new one, much better, makes much more sense. You've got just a USB-C socket at the end. This allows you to charge it at home, but what it also does, and I've done this with mine, is the way I've got it set on the handlebar, my old quad lock cable goes straight into the bottom, and it's always charging. So it will never lose charge because the bike's charging it as I go. New to the Beeline Moto II is you now have voice navigation, which you can switch on or switch off. This just adds an extra element of layer of telling you where you're going to go. I really like the idea that it'll send you off up in the country, but sometimes with the first one I didn't like the idea if you generally got lost. You'd have to be getting your phone out to really see perhaps where you are, whereas the voice instruction just means you might not have the time to look down at your sat nav, so you can actually listen. Sometimes you don't need to look at it and you'll still be heading where you need to go. One of the slight criticisms, or something to be aware of certainly at least, is if you set your destination as relaxed as I did here to head towards a BMW dealership in Alton, if you follow that exactly, just coming out of the town you live in, it'll take you through housing estates and stuff, and you know these roads out of your own town, so you don't really want to do that. You just want to get out of the town and then do it. But because I dipped onto what would be the fun route out of town, it then decided to revert to the fun route rather than the relaxed route. Now you could turn off of this route, but then you're not sure, because and it's the nature of the design of the Beeline, you're not sure exactly where it's then taking you, so you can turn off of the fun route, hoping it will then convert to the relaxed route, but chances are it will probably just find its way back to the fun route that it set itself on. You'll still get to your destination, but because you've gone slightly against what it's told you to do, you might not get it quite in that relaxed way that you want. But it's easy to follow the instructions. You get instructions in your ear where to go. So it's quite as a sat nav, it's easy enough to follow, and the layout actually on the Beeline is considerably better than Model 1, which I had, which was just like a directional arrow. This you actually can see the line of the road. I mean, you're not looking down at it all that much because you're looking further up the road, of course. But when you need to, you can have a quick glance down. You'll see not only the direction of the road, but whether you need to be, what your next turning needs to be. But you also get a speedometer, and if you go over the speed, like I just drifted over 50 for a moment, the little ring on the speedometer goes red. So that's quite handy. The other option you can do, and it's a subscription, and I'll put on the price down what it currently is, you can have live updates as well as speed camera warnings. They've taken the feedback from the customers that have used the original one, and they've applied it brilliantly into the new model. Beeline have supplied me a link to this product. Now there's no discount on this, so it's no affiliation in terms of that respect, in terms of getting a discount, and I bought this myself. This isn't something that they have provided me. This is very much mine and was a replacement for my quad lock. But I do get a very small portion of the sale if you do buy from this YouTube video by following the link in the description. It is brilliant, and I think I'm going to be using this for years, and you can use it across Europe, all over the world, other than perhaps a select few countries, and all that's laid out on the Beeline website. You can use this. It's fantastic coverage, and I've looked at potential road trips into France or wherever like that, and you can see how you can use it for that and have a fantastic holiday on such a small piece of kit. And I think from £180 plus, it's great value for money. So I love it. There are moments where you do still get a bit lost, a bit like you did on the original one, but you do find your way back quicker, whereas the original one you had to get the phone out. When I took a slight wrong direction because the direction arrow on the Beeline was telling me slightly different to what I was getting in my ear, and I followed the wrong one. I soon realised I'd followed the wrong way.
Occasionally it will tell you to turn right. Yeah, see, there are occasions like there where I was following the map on there, but the instruction in your ear was different to the map, and it has taken me a different route. I mean, it's not a problem because the route's not a bad route in this circumstance, but you've got that element of doubt as which one to follow. Now I followed the map, whereas I think if I followed what it was saying in my ear, I think I'd have been fine.
You're still going to get there. It might take you a bit more, slightly faster, and you'll learn all that as you're using the product. So minor criticism. I'm not sure how they could develop that within the system to improve that. It would be very hard. You'd then lose the what is so good about the unit. I would like to see on there perhaps a small part on there that gives you time to your destination, so or miles, like you used to get on this one. You used to get miles. I'm pretty certain you used to get the mileage you had left. Whereas that sometimes when you're in the middle of a very long ride and you're right up in the countries, up in the hills or whatever, sometimes you just like a rough idea. Are you still 50 minutes away? Still 50 miles away? Are you 5 miles away? Because sometimes you lose track of time. And from a classic bike point of view, speaking of time, a clock on there would be quite handy. I don't think that's an option. Really. You have the clock when it's at its main menu, but not when you're in the moment of using it as a sat-nav. But otherwise, a great piece of kit, and I'm going to have maybe thousands of miles of fun with this. Great bit of kit. So, hope that's been helpful. And if you do own one of these, or whether you're going to buy one or you bought one, please let me know in the comments what you think of it. And if you've got any tips and tricks to other people. There's a Facebook group that's all about these. Again, well worth joining because you can pick up little tricks. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one. Ride safe.